I'm Patrick Bailey with iQlist.com. Today's April 27th, 2022, and in this video, I'm going to go over 4 useful prints I recently found on Printables. One is just a little simple sugar scoop. Another one, this one's really cool. It's a compliant pen. This is really a good one. We'll just show that one off. Third one, customizable battery stacker. I think I like this one. I need to print some more of these out. My wife's liking this one. And this one, just a simple cable organizer. Okay, so we'll go through these one at a time. So here is the tiny sugar spoon, which I think is a great design. Now, I think it, probably better to print a different color, like as kind of like a gray or a brown. I think would look a lot better. But if you need a little sugar scoop, there you go. I like it. And up next, what do I got? Oh, the compliant pen. Oh, this is really cool. Now, I don't have a pen in here, but I just want to show you. Boom. Now, I did break one off after some use, but after that, I've been doing hundreds of cycles, maybe thousands, and it has been no problem. And as you can see, you got up here and you have like a little spring here. There's space in between there. So as you push it up, it pushes out, but then as it goes up, it locks. And it's got a great action. So I think this is going to be one to bring to the homeschool, and it's going to impress people that you can do that. It's just really neat. Next, batteries. This is the one I printed fully out, and my wife / camera crew really likes it. I need to print more out because we have lots of batteries. And as a public service announcement, if you have a lot of batteries like we do, I like these in a loop batteries. So these are rechargeable, and we recharge the heck out of them. They're like, the nice thing is you can recharge them, and they stay charged like 80% for 2 or 3 years. Rather than just, so it's nice, you can charge them, stick them in there, use them. We use a lot, and I haven't bought regular batteries in forever. But then I have a failed print. I was doing the AAA, and you can see we can get 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I get 20 AAAs in there. And then the 9 volt. I'm printing a bunch of stuff out, so I haven't had the time, but I think this one's going to be great. Plus, there's a tray you can print, and you can put them all on the tray. So eventually we'll get that figured out so we can take care of all the batteries. And I think my wife will like it because sometimes she's bringing batteries upstairs, downstairs, and she can grab one of these and grab a bunch, or 2, or she could probably grab that tray and grab a whole bunch. And I think she'll like that. And then finally, the cable organizer. I got a couple here. And they got different sizes. And as you can see, they got 3 slots on both ends, and they're different size slots. So you have to fiddle with that and see what size cabling you have. And so, an example here, I've got the big one here, and I've got my headphones on here, and I kind of snugly in there, and snugly in there, but it was not going to be snug on the big one in this case. But it's kind of nice. He's done those. I think it's a useful print, and I'm probably going to print a few more out because I do have cables going everywhere. So I think that's a simple, nice one. And with that, let's go show the URLs and go over some of the details. Okay, first let's show some URLs. So everything here is on Printables. So first the sugar scoop, and then next we got the compliant pen, ultra thin compliant mechanism, which I like this a lot. And then next we have the customizable stackable beer crates for the batteries, which I need to print some more of these out. I think with the tray, even if they're not stackable, it does have this tray, and I think that's going to be pretty good. But I haven't tested it yet, but I will. And then the simple cable organizer. And I'll put links in the show notes, but I'll also show them here. And with that, let's go over the numbers on each one. So first of all, the sugar scoop. The sugar scoop, it's really tiny, but it took 2 hours and 25 minutes to print. It took 1.4 cents of electricity, and it weighs 0.008 kilograms. And at $20 per kilogram, that comes out to 16 cents worth of material. So all in, 18 cents to print that because it's so tiny. Now the compliant pen, I like this. It's so small. It took 44 minutes to print. It took half a cent worth of electricity, and it weighs 0.002 kilograms. I almost couldn't weigh it. I tried to weigh it with something else. My scale's not quite so sensitive, so I might be a little off on this because it's just small. And if I'm correct on that, that's 4 cents worth of material. So total, 5 cents to print that. I need to print some more to hand out at the conference because it's just an interesting thing to show that you can print. Plus, I think there's a future. Well, I know that there's a present and there's a bigger future for compliant mechanisms. And I think as we understand them more and more, and as they make neater ones and we understand them more, people will start to make some common ones. We're not there yet, But at some point, once we understand them, like we understand threads, we understand gears, we understand some stuff like that, I think you'll see them showing up in a lot more 3D prints. And I really like what, I think it's going to be great. Next, the Customizable battery stacker. That took 5 hours, 11 minutes to print. It took 1 cent with electricity, and it weighs 0.03 kilograms. At $20 per kilogram, comes out to 60 cents with the material. So all in, 61 cents. And then lastly, the simple cable organizer, which my daughter, I think, is stealing it from me. It took 3 hours and 31 minutes to print, and that's for both sizes, the big and the small. And it took, well, actually, I have to apologize because I didn't take a time-lapse video, so you can't see that run in the background. But, it is what it is. So, okay, backing up. It took 3 hours and 31 minutes to print. It took 1 cent with electricity, and it weighs 0.028 kilograms. So at $20 per kilogram, that comes out to 56 cents worth of material. So all in for both those sizes comes out to 60 cents, which is pretty dirt cheap. So there's some great prints. There's lots of great prints on Printables. But here's some great, just some recent ones I've done that I liked a lot, and I think they're really useful. So I'm definitely going to use, well, going down one by one, the sugar scoop, I'm probably not going to use it myself, but I did make some bigger versions, and I am using those right now, so and I like it. The ultra thin pen, I'm probably not going to use it, but I'm going to print a bunch out because it's really neat to show other people the possibilities, and I think it's going to inspire, compliant mechanisms are going to inspire a lot of stuff in the next 10 years, 5 years, 3 years. It's going to be great. And then the AA stuff, I'm going to print more of those out. I think that's going to be my solution for how we store batteries in this house, and I have a lot of AA batteries. And the simple cable organizer, my daughter already stole one, so that tells you how effective they are. I think it's a great, simple design, and I'm probably going to use it to clean up my office a little bit. So with all that, go check them out. Go download a couple of them, print them out. They're great prints. But with that, let's wrap this up with a reminder that 3D printing is an adventure that you're on. You can develop your skills and knowledge and take this in so many ways. You can make a business out of this. You can teach others, and you can make amazing designs. So design it, engineer it. I did another magnet print with 3 layers at 0.15 at the top for the ridges. And I noticed I did not like the color. It had black underneath it and red on top, but the red was just too dark. Then I upped it to 6 layers at 0.15 layer height, and it got a better color, but not exactly what I wanted either. I think I'm going to have to set up a test. If you have black and then yellow on top, or black and any other color, how many layers do you need to get a good color, the accurate color, or the color that you expect from the reel? 3, 6, 12, 15? I don't know. So I'm going to put a test together and run some tests and probably do a video on that, because I really want to know what's a good answer. Or I think there's probably another possibility to it, not just the layering, but also purging. So when you go, we know the filament's down there mixing. So if we have black and we go to another color like white, how long does it take? Is a simple purge enough? Do you have to do a lot of purges to really get that black out of there, or the effect of the black on the next color out of there? I don't know. So I'll do some layer test, I'll do some purge test, and put just a whole test system together. We'll see. But I'll learn something.